Hey folks, what is going on? It's Jacob coming at you with a quick fire tip today. Today we're talking about Facebook groups, all right? So if you either are thinking about starting a group or you've got a group and maybe you've been contemplating a rebrand, give it a bit of a refresh, a bit of a shot in the arm, then this one will give you a bit of guidance in terms of branding it and your messaging and stuff like that. A little bit of a gloomy afternoon here today, but still beautiful. It's Tuesday for me. I've been getting a bit of work done and wanted to come at you with this quick tip. This just popped up in one of my programs. Someone's rebranding their group and they asked me about naming it and kind of the messaging and stuff behind it. And I know this is something that pops up for a lot of people. They're not quite sure what to call their groups, how to name it, how to frame it, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to give you some advice around that one. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you get any value from it. Check out the links in the description. First one's going to get you access to my free private community over on Facebook. Next bunch of links are going to be some paid programs. You can check them out if you feel so inclined. Otherwise, let's jump in. Okay, so if you run a Facebook group or you're thinking about starting one and you're not quite sure what's the right way to name it, you want to brand it nicely, you want it to be all fresh and be crystal clear who it's for, what it's all about, all of that kind of stuff, and you want this thing to be a lead generation tool that gets you clients, converts customers, generates you money, all of that kind of stuff. It all starts with the name, right? Well, it starts with what it's going to be about, but it needs a good name, right? It needs to be something that is clear to people what it's all about, what they're going to get out of it, why they should join, if it's for them or if it's not for them. Something that if they see it in the recommended bar, they're going to go, "Oh, that's me. I'm interested in that," right? So what's a really, really simple formula to name your group so that it grabs people's attention? Okay, I'm going to recommend 2 elements to you that I would really, really highly encourage you to include when coming up with your name. All right, maybe 3, 2.5. You might not be able to weave all of them, but it'll get the juices flowing and you can start to think about it, right? Depends, you're limited in characters, so depending on what you want to do, you may not be able to include all these, but we'll give you the guidance nonetheless. Okay, the first one is the outcome. All right, what is the big outcome that you can help people achieve? All right, depending on your niche, this is going to vary. Depending on your sub niche, this is going to vary. But what is the big outcome that your programs, products, services, solutions can get for people? All right. So for example, in my group, right, at the time of filming this may change. And if it has changed, then don't comment below and go, "It's not called that anymore." I might change it. All right. At the moment, it's called JC's Insiders, and I'll touch on why that's important. 0 to 50K plus per month for coaches, course creators, consultants, and affiliates, right? So in that, you can see the outcome, right? Anyone that's looking to go from 0 to 50K or more per month, and it could be anywhere in that middle range, they're gonna learn information about how to do that, because that's what I've done and that's what I've been able to help a lot of people do, and that's what I do on a daily basis, right? So it's got the outcome. Okay, the next piece that's kind of baked into that is who. Who can you help achieve that outcome, right? So you might be a personal trainer, right? And you specialize in helping people put on 10 pounds of muscle, 20 pounds of muscle, whatever, right? That might be the outcome. But do you focus on doing that with a specific type of person, right? Is it busy corporates? Is it, people who work in a particular field, people over a certain age, people under a certain age, only a certain gender? Do you only work with guys? Do you only work with girls? Who is it that you help achieve that outcome, that result? That's the next piece, right? So as I said, 0 to 50K or more per month for coaches, course creators, consultants, and affiliates, right? They're the people that I work with. So that tells you the outcome and it tells you who. All right, the third element, and this one's not like 100% necessary, but I like it. So that's why I kind of called it 2.5, is some type of community element, right? So that's why I call it JC's Insiders, right? People in my group, people who follow my brand, they know me as JC. It's how I sign off all my posts. So I call it, JC's Insiders, because I think about my group as I think about my email list as that like next layer in my business, right? There's a chopper flying past. As that next layer in my business. That's why I call it JC's Insiders, right? But the point is some type of community vibe, because while yes, it's a tool to generate leads and generate conversations, and you can make offers and all of that kind of stuff, which I encourage you to do, at the core of it, it's meant to be a group and a community for people to talk about a certain topic, right? For you to provide value and content around a certain topic for a certain type of person to produce a certain type of outcome. Those first two that we spoke about. But it's a community, right? It should have an energy about it that feels like any other social group would. So I would encourage you, if possible, to weave some type of community type branding in if you can, right? That can be a single word. I used it when I was just focused on affiliate marketing. I had the super affiliate community for a long time, so I literally just used the word community, something like that. If you can bake those 3 elements into the name of your group, the outcome, who you help achieve that outcome, and ideally, but not compulsory, some type of community aspect or element, I think you'll be very well on the right track to naming your group, positioning it in the right way, so that when you start growing it, it's going to be very clear who it's for, who it's not for, right? And then as Facebook starts recommending it, all those kind of things, you're going to be way more likely to get more of the right people, all right? And it'll be set up in a way that you can really start to build that community vibe within it, right? Like I've got people who've been in there since I started it in 2018, because I've always tried to harbor that type of community aspect. All right, so think about those 3 elements. If you're naming your Facebook group, if you're starting it for the first time, I've got other videos on my channel about doing that. Or if you are looking to rebrand, right? You're looking to give it a fresh start. Maybe it's lacking engagement. You want to give it a shot in the arm. Maybe it's completely dead altogether and you want to revive it. Or maybe you just want to give it a fresh coat of paint and go again for a new year, new quarter, a new month, whatever, right? Sometimes it can be fun for your own reasons to just give it a rebrand, makes it feel new and fresh again. Same for your members. Maybe you've pivoted, maybe you've changed direction, maybe you're looking to broaden the scope of what you talk about, maybe you're looking to go more narrow. As long as you articulate that to your members, your existing members, if you've already got a group, I think that's totally fine. At the end of 2020, I changed mine from just being affiliate marketing to being information marketing, and that's why I started talking about courses and coaching and consulting and stuff, because I've been able to very successfully do that in my own business. So I wanted to have scope to talk about those topics. So I did a rebrand at that point in time and took into consideration the stuff that you are hearing here. So those 3 things I would consider in naming either a new Facebook group or rebranding, renaming a Facebook group. All right, take those on board and you'll be right. I'll talk to you soon. Give the video a like, check out the links in the description, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.
Living in a